Hi everybody, how was my last tutorial part about the time related vocabulary in the German language? Do write your reviews in the comment section. Now in this part, let's look at how to ask for the time in German. So moving on, to ask for the time, we will use the verb to ask, which is fragen, and nach comes as a preposition with this verb in the German language. So this verb can come on its own, and this verb comes also often with the preposition nach. So on its own, it means just to ask, but when it comes with the preposition nach and some other noun, then it is to ask about or to ask for. So in my previous tutorial part, I mentioned that nach as a preposition has the meaning of after when used to tell the time. But when we are asking for the time or asking about the time, in that case also we will use the verb fragen to ask with the preposition nach, which will mean about or for in this context. Now, nach is a dative preposition, and till now I have covered with you only two grammar cases in German, which are nominative and accusative cases. So for the time being, you don't have to be worried about the dative case. You just need to know that to ask for or to ask about something or someone, we use the verb fragen with the preposition nach. Now there are two W-Fragen or W questions used to ask for the time. Both of these W questions, as we call them in German, I have covered with you in my previous tutorials in different contexts. Now, in the context of time, the first question that you see here to ask about the time or to ask for the time is wie spät ist es? Now, literally translated, this would mean how late is it? But this is a question in the form of a fixed expression, and fixed expressions in the German language, whether they are in the form of sentences or questions, they will be used in their exact wording as they are. So you will not change the wording in fixed expression, sentences, or even questions. So even if literally translated, this means how late is it? But this is the question you use to ask for the time. Also, in the second question, we use a W question. This time it is not we, but we feel. And we feel, if you remember from my furniture tutorial, was used to ask how much something costs. But in the context of time, we feel "Uhr ist es" is again a question to ask what time is it? Even though literally translated, this question is how much clock is it? So interestingly, in the German language, we will use the questions wie and wie viel in the forms that you have seen here as they are without changing the wording, and we will not use the question what. So even though we are not using what, but still both these questions imply that we are asking what time is it. So that was all for this part. Do stay updated for part 3 of this tutorial, in which I tell you how to tell the time.